Hi, my name is Lola Aneke, and I welcome you to Speak Dial on Finding Out with Special Needs. So it's still better hearing a speech month as declared by Asha. And today I'll be sharing with us a few tips for helping children with special needs deal with frustration. Now, it's often said that children with special needs, particularly children with hearing impairment, speech impairment, autism, Down syndrome, children with sometimes emotional disturbances and other health impairments often exhibit a higher level of anger compared to children without disabilities. Well, I choose to agree to some level because one of the main reasons why these children exhibit such level of anger is because they do not seem to people do not seem to understand them whenever they are communicating. So if a child with speech impairment were talking to you, for example, and you do not understand what the child is saying, you will definitely get angry or get frustrated, okay? But the truth is that we all get frustrated. Adults get frustrated, children get frustrated. But what is not acceptable is hitting when you're frustrated, or breaking things when you're frustrated, or getting very aggressive when you're frustrated. Frustration is that feeling we exhibit when we can't have our way with things or people, or when we can't get things done our way. And like I said, it's okay to get frustrated, but what is not okay is getting aggressive when you're frustrated. So today, the first tip I'll be sharing with us in helping children with special needs to reduce their frustration level is one, to help to teach the child to use words rather than action to express anger. So if a child is angry, it is more acceptable to use words than action to express their anger. But before you can teach them to use those words, you have to teach them the right words to use in every situation that is not acceptable or is not palatable to them. That situation that gets them angry, you have to teach them the words, the control. We call them control words. Example of control words are stop, no, wait, my turn. I don't like it, I like it. I'm enjoying this, no, I'm not enjoying this. These are just a few examples of control words. The situations the child finds himself will determine the kind of control word that child will use. And you need to help the child understand which control word to use, when to use it. Because we don't want the child saying no when the child actually meant to say yes. You want the child to say I want more when the child is actually trying to say I do not want more, or I do not like this. So teaching them control words and teaching them when to use the word is very important, okay? So like I said, the first tip is teach the child to use words rather than actions to express anger or frustration. The second tip is teach the child alternative ways of solving a problem rather than hitting people or objects. So this is a good sign to let the child know that everyone gets angry. Adults get angry, children get angry. And then there could be ways, you can also teach the child the ways you help to resolve your anger, or the way you use to cope, what you use, your coping skills when you're angry. So you want to tell the child things like, when I'm angry, I take a deep breath and I go in, out for about 5 times. In, out 1, in, out 2, in, out 3, in, out 4, in, out 5. If that is not working for me, I could walk away from the situation for that moment. I could walk from the situation and count backwards from 10. Then as I'm walking away, I'm doing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If I still feel very angry or frustrated, then I could walk away totally from the situation. Okay? The next tip is provide opportunities for successful play with other children. So you want to create play dates for your child. And when you're doing that, you need to know the kind of children you're inviting. So probably you might want to invite your friends' children, but you have to know their behavior. You have to be sure that they understand the challenges your child is experiencing with communication. You also want to tell them the possible things that could trigger anger for your child and how they can help your child to cope with that situation. So almost of the things you've taught the child, like the control words, is it a good time to use it? The techniques for coping when they're angry, this will be a time to use it. And then you want to be there, right there where the children are playing, so that you can help manage the child's behavior when it's with other people. So you might want to teach him skills such as how to ask to join a game, as opposed to snatching things from people and getting angry and breaking things or pushing people. You want to be there to intervene and teach a child the appropriate skill to use at that time, as opposed to getting really aggressive. And you also want all the other kids to understand that you're not being partial. You're just using the situation to help your child to know how to cope in any situation the child finds himself. Okay. Another tip is to help your child to identify and prepare for possible triggers of frustration when during interaction. So there are times that some people just deliberately want to frustrate your child. They just mean to do that. A parent was speaking to me the other day about how people students in a child's school would just keep taunting and teasing our son because he cannot speak so well. And sometimes this actually gets the children really angry. If you really find out and get to the bottom of the reason why children with special needs get really frustrated, that people tease them, people taunt them because they can't speak well. But what you can do is just to help the child know that, okay, this and this situation gets me angry. So when I'm angry, I simply walk away using my coping techniques. Or when I'm angry, I use my control words like stop or it's okay. Or when I'm angry or when I'm being pushed, what are those things that triggers me? I simply walk to an adult and report, as opposed to getting physical or getting aggressive. Okay, those are ways you can help the child to identify what. So the child needs to identify what is triggering what is going on, and also prepare to use possible ways to cope in that situation. So that's what help your child to identify and prepare for possible trigger of frustration means. That what that tip means. The last tip is help the child learn what behavior is acceptable or not. So at home, before the child goes into school and other environment, I might want to discuss this with the school classroom teacher or the school themselves, the things you do. You want to tell the child what is acceptable. We are not allowed to hit in this house. We are not allowed to break things when we're angry. These are the things we are allowed to do when we're angry. You teach them the coping skills when we're angry or when we are frustrated. We find alternative means of trading off or getting things done. We find ways of using our words, And whenever the child does that, you need to praise the child. You need to reward the child for using those good coping skills you've taught the child. But whenever the child does not use any of those skills, there must be a negative consequence for that behavior, either by asking the child to go stay in his room until it calms down, or depriving the child of certain benefits whenever it does exhibit those unacceptable behaviors. So these are the few tips I'll be sharing with us in helping children with special needs to deal with frustration. The first tip I shared with us is teach the child to use words rather than action to express anger, and that's where the control words come in. The second tip is teach the child alternative ways of solving the problem rather than hitting people or objects. The third tip is provide opportunities for successful play with other children by engaging them or organizing a play date. The fourth tip is help your child to identify and prepare for possible triggers of frustration during interaction. And the last tip is help the child to learn what behavior is acceptable or not. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, leave me comments, and invite others to come learn along with us. Now we have trainings from time to time. Please do well to register and sign up for some of my upcoming trainings. You'll find details of these trainings on the flyer on display on the screen right now. And also, don't forget to join me next time for another episode of Finding Out with Special Needs. Until I come your way next time, I remain Lola Aneke. Thank you.